A young Madeline Swan witnesses the murder of her mother by terrorist Liat Cypher Safin in a failed attempt to murder her father Mr. White. Safin claims that White killed his family. Madeline shoots Safin, but he survives. She flees onto a nearby frozen lake and falls through the ice, but he rescues her. In the present, after the capture of Ernst Stavro Blofeld, Bond's archenemy and foster brother. He is the founder and head of the criminal syndicate Spectre and is now in MI6 custody. Madeline is in Matera with James Bond. Spectre assassins ambush Bond when he visits Vesper Lynd's tomb. Though Bond and Madeline escape the assassins, one of the assassins tells him that Madeline is the daughter of Spectre. Madeline also gets a call from Blofeld commending her on her sacrifice, while she was in the care with Bond. Trying to escape, he believes she has betrayed him, and forces her to board a train out of Matera, ending their relationship. 5 years later, the MI6 scientist Valdo Abrachev is kidnapped by Spectre. The Spectre team is led by the same assassin Primo who attacked Bond. He makes Valdo steal a vial before kidnapping him. With M's approval, Abrachev had developed Project Heracles, a bioweapon containing nanobots that infect like a virus upon touch and are coded to an individual's DNA, rendering it lethal to the target and their relatives, but harmless to others. Bond has retired to Jamaica, where he is contacted by Felix Leiter and his CIA colleague Logan Ash, who ask for Bond's help finding Abrachev. They say Abrachev is in Cuba, and that Spectre is gathering there, which cannot be a coincidence. Bond initially declines, but after Nomi, a new 00 agent who entered active service sometime after Bond's retirement and was assigned the 007 number, an MI6 agent and his successor as 007, tells him about Project Heracles. Bond is furious at M for some reason for keeping Abrachev on MI6 payroll and agrees to help Felix. Turns out M had sanctioned the development of Heracles off the MI6 books. Not even the British PM knew about its existence. Bond goes to Cuba and meets Paloma, a CIA agent working with Leiter. They infiltrate a Spectre meeting to retrieve Abrachev. Still imprisoned in Belmarsh, Blofeld uses a disembodied, bionic eye, to view the meeting and release a nanobot mist to kill Bond, but it kills all the Spectre members instead, as Abrachev had reprogrammed the nanobots to infect them on Safin's orders. Bond captures Abrachev and rendezvous with Leiter and Ash, who is discovered as a double agent working for Safin. Ash kills Leiter and escapes with Abrachev. Bond returns to MI6 HQ and meets M. Bond wants a meeting with Blofeld. Bond insults M, who flatly refuses to arrange a meeting with Blofeld. Eve Moneypenny, M's secretary and Bond's ally, and Q, MI6 quartermaster who outfits 00 agents with equipment for use in the field, arrange a meeting between Bond and Blofeld to find Abrachev. Q looks at the USB Bond recovered from Abrachev and tells Bond that the files are a database of DNA info of millions of people from around the world. Using this database, and the weapon, the holder of the weapon can eliminate their targets with precision. But Abrachev modified the coding to eliminate anyone related to the target, so entire families are wiped out. It is now a weapon of mass destruction. Safin coerces Madeline. He approaches her as her new psychotherapist patient and reveals that he was the man who saved her from drowning in the ice all those years ago, to infect herself with a nanobot dose to kill Blofeld, with whom she has been in contact since his imprisonment. Blofeld has been pretending to be mad, and Madeline was appointed as his doctor. Safin indicates that he knows about Madeline's daughter and threatens her. To get Madeline to do his bidding, Bond is furious to learn that Blofeld has access to Madeline. When Bond encounters Madeline at Blofeld's prison cell, he touches her and unknowingly infects himself with nanobots before she leaves. Blofeld tells Bond that he staged the ambush at Vesper's tomb to make it appear as if Madeline had betrayed him, continuing his vendetta against his former foster brother. Enraged, Bond attacks Blofeld, unintentionally allowing the nanobots to infect and kill him. Bond tracks Madeline to her childhood home in Norway and learns she has a 5-year-old daughter, Mathilde, whom Madeline claims is not his. Madeline tells him that her father murdered Safin's family on Blofeld's orders. She tells Bond that Safin's family owned an island, that was taken over by Spectre and now Safin has it back. Q determines that the island is in disputed waters between Japan and Russia and has a chemical plant dating back to WW2. Having avenged his family by killing Blofeld and destroying Spectre, Safin and his entourage are in pursuit of Bond, Madeline and Mathilde. Though Bond defeats the thugs and kills Ash, Safin captures Madeline and Mathilde. Q enables Bond and Nomi to infiltrate Safin's headquarters on an island missile base, converted to a nanobot factory, where Obrachev is mass-producing the Heracles technology for Safin to kill millions of people. Madeline is separated from Mathilde. Bond and Nomi put explosives all around Obrachev's lab, when Bond is threatened by Safin to surrender, else he will hurt Mathilde. Bond has no option but to surrender and literally bow before Safin, for the sake of Mathilde, whom he knows is his daughter. But Bond launches a counter-attack, when Safin is distracted and forces Safin to retreat with Mathilde. During the ensuing gunfight, Nomi kills Obrachev by pushing him into a nanobot vat. Madeline escapes from captivity, while Safin releases Mathilde to die in the explosions about to set off by Bond and Nomi. Madeline finds Mathilde purely by chance. Nomi takes Madeline and Mathilde away from the island to safety. Bond stays to open the island's blast-resistant silo doors. He calls in a missile strike from HMS Dragon to destroy the factory, then kills Safin's men. Safin ambushes and wounds Bond by shooting him. He fights Bond, infecting him with a vial containing nanobots programmed to kill Madeline and Mathilde. Bond kills Safin and opens the silos. Bond contacts Madeline by radio to say goodbye and tell her he loves her. Madeline confirms that Mathilde is his daughter. Missiles hit the island, destroying the factory and killing Bond. At MI6, M, Moneypenny, Nomi, Q and Bill Tanner, M's chief of staff, drink to Bond's memory. As Madeline takes Mathilde to Matera, she tells her about her father, James Bond.